Over the years, action and martial arts cinema has given us unforgettable moments, but not all the actors we see fighting on screen are real experts. In this list, you will meet the greatest legends of action cinema who not only play warriors on screen, but also master martial arts in real life. Number 1. Benny the Jet Urquidez. Born on June 20th, 1952, in Tarzana, California, Benny is a living legend of kickboxing and full-contact karate. According to his own claims, he holds an undefeated professional record of over 200 victories, though officially, his record stands at 49 wins, 1 loss, and 35 brutal knockouts. He was a 6-time world champion across 5 weight divisions, holding titles for 24 consecutive years, making him one of the longest reigning and most unstoppable champions in history. His record in combat sports is nothing short of devastating. But that's not all. Benny also trained in several disciplines including American Kenpo, Jiu-Jitsu, Kung Fu, Taekwondo, and Shotokan Karate. With this arsenal, he created his own system, known as Ukidokan Karate, the only modern martial art officially recognized by Japan's governing bodies. In cinema, he starred in 2 epic battles against Jackie Chan in Wheels on Meals and Dragons Forever. The final fight in Wheels on Meals is considered one of the greatest fight scenes ever filmed. And Jackie Chan himself confirmed that the fights were real, faster, and more intense than any standard choreography. As a curious fact, his nickname, The Jet, was earned when one of his teammates witnessed the speed and precision of his legendary deadly jump spinning kick. Benny wasn't just a champion. He was a force of nature, capable of ending a fight in seconds with sheer explosive speed. Number 2. Don the Dragon Wilson. Born on September 10, 1954, in Cocoa Beach, Florida, Don was an elite athlete from a very young age. But his destiny changed the day his older brother completely destroyed him in a sparring match. That day, the real beast was born. He began studying Goju Ryu Karate, later training in Pai Lum Kung Fu, also known as the White Dragon style. What followed was simply terrifying and legendary. 11 world titles in 3 weight divisions under 6 different organizations. His documented record stands at 72 wins, 5 losses, and 2 draws, with 47 knockouts. Even more impressive, he remained world champion for 11 consecutive years, defeating 12 world champions, 12 #1 contenders, and 15 national champions across 4 continents. This man was a true nightmare in the ring. The star system ratings called him perhaps the greatest kickboxer in American history. His friend Chuck Norris encouraged him to move to Hollywood, where he went on to star in hit franchises like Blood Fist, Cyber Tracker, and Black Belt. As a curious fact, Don was the first Kung Fu practitioner to become a world kickboxing champion, and he defeated the top 3 heavyweight champions of the 1980s, which is absolutely brutal considering he fought as a light heavyweight. Number 3. Marko Zaror. Born on June 10, 1978 in Santiago, Chile, Marko Zaror began self-training in martial arts at the age of 6, inspired by Bruce Lee. He primarily trained in Taekwondo and kickboxing, earning black belts in Judo and Aikido, and a green belt in Shotokan Karate. He also studied Wing Chun and several other disciplines, building a complete combat arsenal. By the age of 18, Marko was already an exceptional martial artist, with an impressive physique and lethal technique. Marko Zaror has shined in films such as Undisputed 3, Redemption, playing the iconic role of Dolor. The ruthless rival of Yuri Boyka, portrayed by Scott Adkins. He also appeared in Machete Kills and John Wick, Chapter 4. As a curious fact, Marko stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, made of pure muscle, and can perform backflips and 720-degree spinning kicks with the agility of a Thai acrobat, despite his massive frame. He even worked as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's stunt double in The Rundown, earning a Taurus World Stunt Award for Best Overall Stunt by a Stuntman. Number 4. Latif Crowder. Born on November 23, 1977, in Salvador de Bahia, Brazil, Latif Crowder moved to San Jose, California at the age of 4. He is one of the greatest representatives of capoeira in cinema, as well as in international tournaments and exhibitions. From a very young age, he was trained by his father in this Brazilian art that blends combat, music, and acrobatics. Crowder also studied gymnastics, tricking, and parkour, incorporating into his fighting style elements of taekwondo, wushu, and other disciplines, which has made his movements more acrobatic, fluid, and visually stunning. His circular movements and spinning kicks have made him stand out in every martial arts and action scene he's appeared in. As for his film career, Latif Crowder appeared in Undisputed 3, Redemption, alongside the legendary Scott Adkins, delivering a spectacular fight scene. And in The Protector, alongside Tony Jaa. As a curious fact, in The Protector, his fight with Tony Jaa went viral for its authenticity and was one of the first times capoeira was portrayed respectfully in a major international production. Number 5. Jeff Speakman. Born on November 8, 1958 in Chicago, Illinois, Jeff Speakman is a 4th-degree black belt in American Kenpo Karate and a direct disciple of Ed Parker, the founder of the discipline. He also masters karate, kickboxing, and various self-defense, street combat, and grappling techniques. During the 1980s and 1990s, he competed successfully in both national and international tournaments, earning titles in forms and sparring competitions. He was champion at the Long Beach International Karate Championships, where he was recognized for his speed and fluid fighting style, becoming one of the most respected promoters of Kenpo worldwide. In his film career, Speakman made a powerful debut with The Perfect Weapon, which introduced him as a martial arts movie star of the 1990s. He also appeared in films like Street Night and Deadly Outbreak. As a curious fact, Jeff developed the Kenpo 5.0 system, a significant evolution of traditional Kenpo that incorporates modern MMA techniques and realistic self-defense strategies, covering both stand-up and ground fighting, something uncommon in classic Kenpo. He was also inducted into the Black Belt Hall of Fame as Instructor of the Year in 1993. Number 6. Jim Kelly. Born on May 5, 1946 in Millersburg, Kentucky, Jim Kelly began studying Shorin-ryu karate under renowned masters, training intensely until becoming an elite competitor. In 1971, he won 4 major championships in a single year, including the world middleweight title at the legendary Long Beach International Karate Championships. During the 1970s, he became one of the most decorated karate champions in the world. Kelly held an advanced black belt in Shorin-ryu karate and also trained in judo and taekwondo. He was also the first African-American martial artist to become a movie star, skyrocketing to fame after starring alongside the legendary Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon. Later, he headlined films such as Black Belt Jones and became an icon of the martial arts blaxploitation era. Sadly, this karate champion passed away on June 29, 2013 in San Diego, California, at the age of 67. As a curious fact, before acting, Jim Kelly was already a national karate champion and one of the first African Americans to open his own dojo, which eventually led to his discovery by Hollywood. Number 7. Billy Blanks. Born on September 1, 1955 in Erie, Pennsylvania, Billy Blanks began studying karate and taekwondo at the age of 11, inspired by Bruce Lee, and set his mind on becoming a world champion. Blanks holds a 7th-degree black belt in taekwondo and a 5th-degree black belt in karate. In 1975, he became Amateur Athletic Union Champion, a title he would win 5 times. He went on to become a 7-time World Karate Champion and captain of the U.S. Karate Team, earning 36 gold medals in international competitions. He was the #1 full-contact karate fighter in the United States for almost 7 consecutive years, amassing over 300 career victories. Simply incredible. In 1982, he was inducted into the Karate Hall of Fame. His epic battles with Steve Nasty Anderson remain legendary in the sport. In his film career, Blanks appeared in The Last Boy Scout Blood Fist alongside Don the Dragon Wilson, and The King of the Kickboxers alongside martial arts legends Loren Avedon and Keith Cooke. As a curious fact, Billy Blanks became an unstoppable champion with over 300 victories, a record that still stands as one of the most impressive in martial arts history. Number 8. Keith Cooke. Born on September 17, 1959 in Seattle, Washington, Keith Cooke was bullied as a child, an experience that motivated him to learn self-defense. His dedication to Kung Fu and Wushu led him to train intensively in China, where he became an innovator in both forms and weapons tournaments. Keith is a legend in the martial arts world, known for his mastery of karate, wushu, and taekwondo, and for being a 5-time overall world martial arts grand champion. He was named Competitor of the Year by Black Belt magazine in 1983, 1985, and 1986, and is a proud member of the Black Belt Hall of Fame and several other prestigious institutions. Throughout his career, Keith won multiple U.S. and international championships, celebrated for his precision, speed, and refined technique. His multidisciplinary background includes karate, where he holds a 5th-degree black belt, taekwondo, boxing, and wushu, forming a complete and versatile combat arsenal. In film, he starred in China O'Brien alongside Cynthia Rothrock, the king of the kickboxers, and Heat Seeker. As a curious fact, in 1994, Keith opened his own martial arts school, Champions Martial Arts and Fitness, which he successfully ran for 27 years until 2021. Keith Cooke didn't just dominate tournaments for over 15 years. He served as a bridge between traditional Chinese Kung Fu and American martial arts. His legendary speed was often compared to Bruce Lee, leaving behind a legacy that transcends generations. Number 9. Shaun Patrick Flanery. Born on October 11, 1965, in Lake Charles, Louisiana, Shaun Patrick Flanery showed a deep passion for martial arts from an early age. He trained in karate, taekwondo, Muay Thai, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, earning a 4th-degree black belt in the latter. Renowned for his dedication to jiu-jitsu, Flanery belongs to the prestigious Renzo Gracie lineage, one of the most respected in the world. His training in Muay Thai complemented his ground game with powerful striking, creating a well-rounded balance between stand-up dominance and ground control. In competition, he became one of the most dangerous fighters in his division, winning national and Pan-American championships under the International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation banner. He is the co-founder and instructor at Hollywood Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, alongside Shaun Williams, one of the most recognized academies in California. There, he trains actors, stunt performers, and civilians, shaping a new generation of black belts with a true warrior mindset. On screen, Flanery is best known for his iconic role as Connor McManus in The Boondock Saints and its sequel, as well as for his standout performance in the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. As a curious fact, in several interviews, Shaun has said that if he had started earlier, MMA would have been his full-time career. He even took a 6-month break from acting to train intensely in jiu-jitsu, winning titles such as Pan American Champion and American National Champion in the early 2000s. Number 10. Robert Wall. Born on August 22, 1939 in San Jose, California, his face was immortalized in one of the most iconic scenes in martial arts cinema, the brutal fight against Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon. Robert Wall wasn't just an actor, he was a real warrior, a pioneer who brought the spirit of the dojo to the big screen, leaving an unforgettable mark on both worlds. He studied Okinawan martial arts under Gordon Doversola, judo with Gene LaBelle, and later trained with Chuck Norris, forming a legendary friendship and partnership. For years, he was a dominant force in open tournaments, reaching the podium in nearly every major karate championship of his generation. He held black belts in multiple disciplines, including advanced ranks in Tang Soo Do, Okinawa Te, and Shorin Ryu. He even trained in judo, simply remarkable. His technical mastery made him a true reference in the martial arts community, and his entrepreneurial vision led him to co-found the Professional Karate Association, helping bring kickboxing to television and paving the way for modern full-contact fighting. In cinema, he portrayed unforgettable villains alongside Bruce Lee in 3 legendary films: Way of the Dragon, where he shared the screen with Chuck Norris; Enter the Dragon as the ruthless O'Hara; Game of Death, another collaboration with Lee's team. During the filming of Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee actually broke one of his ribs with a real strike, and Robert kept acting, refusing to stop the scene. He later admitted that with Bruce, there were no fake punches. Sadly, this legend passed away on January 30th, 2022 in Los Angeles, but his legacy lives on in every martial artist who understands that true strength isn't found in trophies or fame. It's in discipline, respect, and the indestructible spirit of the warrior. As a curious fact, Chuck Norris once said that if he ever had to step into a real fight, he'd want Robert Wall by his side. And it's no surprise, Wall graced the covers of over 40 martial arts magazines, became a successful entrepreneur, an undefeated champion, and a living legend of the martial arts world. Number 1. Michael Jai White. He was born on November 10, 1967, in Brooklyn, New York. He began his martial arts training at the age of 7 and earned his first black belt at 12. Throughout his career, he has obtained black belts in 7 different styles.
The strike is at the end of my shoulder and hip turn, okay? Generated from the floor to my hips to the target, this way.
This impressive legend is a lethal fighter thanks to his mastery of multiple martial arts disciplines, primarily Kyokushin karate, known for its toughness and full-contact fighting. He also holds black belts in Taekwondo, Shotokan, and Goju Ryu karate, along with experience in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Kabuto. This blend gives him a unique mix of strength, technique, agility, and endurance, making his fighting style explosive and effective. His rigorous training and martial philosophy are reflected in every movement, making him a complete warrior both on screen and in real life. Regarding his film career, he has starred in movies like Black Dynamite, Undisputed 2, and Never Back Down 3, where he has thrilled audiences with incredible fights and combat techniques, establishing himself as one of the most acclaimed action film figures. As a curious fact, before fully dedicating himself to acting, Michael was a special education teacher who taught students with behavioral challenges for 3 years before beginning his acting career. Number 2. Scott Adkins. He was born on June 17, 1976, in Sutton Coldfield, England. He is a prominent British actor and martial artist, known for his impressive martial arts skills and charisma on screen. He began practicing judo at a young age and later transitioned to Taekwondo. He has earned black belts in multiple disciplines, including judo, kickboxing, wushu, and has experience in Krav Maga. His style is based on MMA with a strong emphasis on stand-up fighting, combining the explosiveness and precision of his Taekwondo and kickboxing kicks with the grappling skills of judo and jiu-jitsu. Trained for the screen, he mixes technique, speed, and acrobatics, making his fight sequences spectacular and realistic. This is evident in movies like Undisputed 3, Accident Man, and Ninja, where the choreography of his action scenes is a true work of art, designed with precision, fluidity, and a high level of realism. As a curious fact, besides his martial arts skills, Adkins has trained in various disciplines, including capoeira, which allow him to incorporate a variety of styles into his performances. Number 3. Tony Jaa. He was born on February 5, 1976, in Surin, Thailand. He is a renowned martial artist, actor, and action choreographer. From an early age, he showed a great interest in martial arts, beginning to practice Muay Thai at the age of 10 and gaining recognition in local competitions. Additionally, he masters Muay Boran, a traditional Thai martial art characterized by the powerful use of elbows, knees, fists, and shins. His training also includes Taekwondo, Judo, Wushu, and acrobatics, which give him great agility and incredible movements. Regarding his film career, he has starred in movies such as Ong Bak, The Protector 2, and Triple Threat, proving to be an unstoppable force in martial arts and taking fight scenes to another level. As a curious fact, Tony Jaa often gives his all in his action scenes, to the point that he even injured several stunt doubles during the filming of Ong Bak due to the force and precision of his strikes, especially with elbows and knees, which he performed without doubles or special effects. This caused the crew to suffer many real injuries because of the intensity of the fight scenes. Number 4. Chuck Norris. He was born on March 10, 1940, in Oklahoma, United States. Not only was he a world karate champion, but he also revolutionized martial arts by earning an 8th degree black belt and grandmaster status in Taekwondo. Additionally, he created his own style called Chun Kook Do.
Seit dem Tode von Bruce Lee, dem legendären Star vieler Karate,
which combines various techniques based on Tang Soo Do and emphasizes a code of honor promoting values such as respect and self-improvement. Chuck Norris has been a formidable martial artist, holding high-degree black belts including 9th degree in Tang Soo Do and 8th degree in Taekwondo. He was a 6-time professional middleweight karate champion. His style combines precision strikes, defense, and grappling control, supported by rigorous training and military experience. Norris rose to fame in the 1970s and 80s thanks to his leading roles in iconic films such as Missing in Action, The Delta Force, and The Way of the Dragon, where he faced Bruce Lee. This scene is considered one of the best in martial arts cinema, as more than 50 years have passed, and we still remember it as a masterpiece. If you think this is one of the best fight scenes, give us a big like and subscribe. Let's continue. As a curious fact, Chuck Norris became a cultural phenomenon thanks to the Chuck Norris Facts, a series of humorous sayings that exaggerate his abilities and achievements. These memes became popular on the internet and contributed to his status as a global icon. Number 5. Donnie Yen. He was born on July 27, 1963 in Canton, China. He is a renowned martial artist, actor, director, and action choreographer. From an early age, he trained in various disciplines under the influence of his mother, a renowned wushu master. Over time, he mastered styles such as Wing Chun. However, Yen did not limit himself to a single style. He studied Taekwondo, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, and boxing, becoming a well-rounded martial artist. His mastery of different disciplines allowed him to create his own style, combining the beauty of traditional martial arts with the effectiveness of modern combat. Regarding his film career, Donnie has left an indelible mark on action and martial arts cinema with movies like Ip Man, The Lost Bladesman, and John Wick 4, demonstrating his combat prowess in every scene. As a curious fact, besides being a martial arts master, Donnie Yen is also skilled at playing the piano. His musical training began in childhood, inspired by his parents who were musicians, and over time, he developed a true passion for classical piano, especially the works of Chopin. Number 6. Jean-Claude Van Damme. He was born on October 18, 1960 in Berchem-Saint-Agathe, Brussels, Belgium. From a young age, he showed great interest in martial arts, beginning his karate training at age 11 and earning his black belt at 18. Besides winning the middleweight championship of the European Professional Karate Association, he is a martial arts specialist and holds a second-degree black belt in Shotokan Karate. He also combined karate and kickboxing, creating a unique, effective, and visually impressive fighting style. He is famous for his side kick, a versatile strike targeting the head, torso, or legs of his opponents. His flexibility and speed give him an advantage in close combat, making him an extremely dangerous rival. If you don't believe it, just ask Steven Seagal, who reportedly declined to accept his challenge at Sylvester Stallone's party. Throughout his career, Van Damme has demonstrated his martial arts skills in films like Bloodsport, Kickboxer, and Universal Soldier, where he not only showcased his combat abilities, but also proved to be a master of high-level action choreography. As a curious fact, besides his martial arts skills, Van Damme studied ballet for 5 years, which helped him develop his famous flexibility and grace, unusual for a martial artist. Number 7. Jason Statham. He was born on July 26, 1967 in Shirebrook, England. Before becoming a movie star, Statham was an outstanding athlete. His sports career provided a strong physical foundation that he later used in his action films. Statham has practiced martial arts since his adolescence, including Wing Chun, karate, kickboxing, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. His constant and diversified training has allowed him to develop a hybrid style that combines the power of his kicks with advanced grappling and submission techniques. He delivers fast and devastating strikes and executes takedowns with surgical precision, making him a truly dangerous martial artist. Regarding his film career, in movies like The Transporter, Crank, and The Expendables, he has demonstrated his martial arts prowess by combining a fluid and technical style that stands out in his impressive fight sequences. His charisma and ability to portray complex roles have established him as a key figure in action cinema. As a curious fact, His charisma, fighting style, and imposing attitude on screen have made his movies a guarantee of pure action. Even in productions with mixed reviews, his performance remains a major draw for audiences. Number 8. Jet Li. He was born on April 26, 1963 in Beijing, China, and began his training in Wushu, a Chinese martial art that combines speed, power, and precision at the age of 8. He went on to win 15 gold medals and 1 silver medal at the Chinese National Wushu Championships before retiring undefeated at age 17. Jet Li possesses incredibly fast punch combinations capable of disorienting any opponent in seconds. His mastery of kicks like the tornado kick and butterfly kick, executed with millimetric precision and blinding speed, make him a real threat in combat. Jet Li is known for elevating martial arts to a unique cinematic level, standing out in films such as Cradle to the Grave, The Kiss of the Dragon, and Romeo Must Die, where he combines speed, technique, and fluidity in his movements, creating impressive choreography, establishing him as a martial arts icon. As a curious fact, in 2008, he won the Best Actor award at the Hong Kong Film Awards for his performance in The Warlords, becoming the first martial arts actor to receive this honor. Number 9. Jackie Chan. He was born on April 7, 1954 in Hong Kong. He is a renowned martial artist, actor, director, producer, and singer, famous for his unique style that combines martial arts with comedy and impressive acrobatics. From an early age, he trained in various martial arts disciplines, including karate, judo, taekwondo, Wing Chun, Chinese boxing, and kung fu, where he earned a black belt. He possesses powerful strikes, long-range kicks, and explosive speed with nearly impenetrable defense. He masters techniques such as spinning kicks and the flying sidekick. He is recognized as one of the greatest legends in action cinema, starring in films like The Drunken Master, Police Story, and Rush Hour, where his martial arts skills and unique fighting style have made him an icon. He revolutionized fight scenes by integrating a mix of combat techniques with comedic elements and impressive acrobatics, making him unmistakable in every scene. He is widely admired for his charisma and dedication to hard work, besides performing almost all his own stunts and action scenes. As a curious fact, throughout his career, he has sustained numerous injuries due to his risky stunts, including a skull fracture during the filming of Armor of God. Number 10. Bruce Lee. He was born on November 27, 1940 in San Francisco, California. He began formal training in Chinese martial arts with his father in Tai Chi, and later learned Wing Chun under Master Ip Man at the age of 13. Throughout his career, he developed his own combat system known as Jeet Kune Do, a fighting philosophy that revolutionized traditional martial arts by prioritizing adaptability and efficiency. His speed, precision, and explosive power made him incredibly lethal in combat, leaving opponents with no chance to anticipate his moves. He could execute strikes so fast and devastating that it was almost impossible to defend against them. His ability to read his opponents and anticipate their moves by a fraction of a second made him an undisputed master, dominating every encounter with a mix of speed, reflexes, and impeccable technique. His skill was not only in attacking, but also in his incredible adaptability to any fighting style, making him practically unstoppable. In his film career, Bruce Lee left an indelible legacy with movies such as The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, and Enter the Dragon, which was released posthumously and is considered his masterpiece. His influence on cinema and martial arts is immeasurable, being a pioneer in bringing martial arts to the big screen and changing the representation of Asians in Hollywood. Tragically, Bruce Lee passed away on July 20, 1973, at the age of 32 due to cerebral edema, but his legacy endures and continues to inspire generations of martial artists and filmmakers. He is remembered not only for his martial skills, but also for his charisma and philosophy of life. His image as a wise and strong warrior has resonated through generations. As a curious fact, his movements were so fast that in some scenes of his movies, directors had to slow down the footage for audiences to better appreciate them. Additionally, his famous one-inch punch demonstrates his ability to generate explosive power in a very short distance, using the coordination of his entire body to maximize impact. Number 1. Bolo Yeung. He was born on July 3, 1946 in Canton, China. He is an expert in traditional Chinese martial arts and trained extensively in Kung Fu. He also learned other styles such as Shotokan Karate, Hung Gar, and his preferred discipline, Yang-style Tai Chi. At the same time, he dedicated himself to bodybuilding from the age of 16, developing great muscle mass and physical strength, which complemented his martial skills. His constant training and dedication to both martial arts and weightlifting allowed him to combine technique, power, and endurance. This legend of martial arts cinema was also a friend and disciple of Bruce Lee for a time, which further solidified his training and combat abilities. Regarding his film career, he stood out for his villain roles in Bloodsport and Double Impact, alongside Jean-Claude Van Damme and Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee. He also appeared in numerous action films across Asia during the 1970s and 1980s. As a curious fact, Bolo Yeung was a professional bodybuilder before becoming an actor, winning the title of Mr. Hong Kong. His imposing physique and martial skills led him to be discovered by producer Run Run Shaw, which launched his career in martial arts cinema during the 1970s. Number 2. Dolph Lundgren. He was born on November 3, 1957 in Stockholm, Sweden. Dolph holds a 4th Dan black belt in Kyokushin, a style of karate known for its intensity and full-contact fighting, and he has been a European champion in this discipline multiple times. In addition, he began training in judo at the age of 16, giving him a solid foundation in that martial art. He also stands out for his skills in throws and grappling, along with remarkable flexibility that allows him to perform high, powerful, and precise kicks. This action movie legend is internationally recognized for his role as Ivan Drago in Rocky IV, but he also shined in films such as The Punisher, Universal Soldier, and The Expendables. As a curious fact, Dolph has an estimated IQ of 160, which classifies him as gifted. He graduated in chemical engineering from the Royal Institute of Technology in Stockholm and later earned a master's degree from the University of Sydney. Additionally, he received a Fulbright scholarship to study at MIT, but abandoned it after 2 weeks to fully dedicate himself to acting.
Phosphate rock, it's got a density of 1.852, melting point 44.2 centigrade. Guys, I want some gunpowder fast.
Do it. The man's a chemical engineer, right?
And a Fulbright scholar.
Number 3. Sammo Hung. He was born on January 7, 1952, in Hong Kong. Sammo Hung is one of the great pioneers of martial arts cinema, as well as a kung fu master. He trained at the Peking Opera School in Hong Kong, where other major figures of martial arts cinema, such as Jackie Chan and Yuan Biao, also studied. There, he perfected his acrobatic and martial skills from a very young age. Throughout his career, he has mastered disciplines such as Hung Gar, Wing Chun, among other styles. His fighting style is highly versatile. He combines traditional technique with surprising agility for his build. In addition, his experience as an action choreographer has given him a precise understanding of combat dynamics. Regarding his film career, he starred in movies such as Warriors 2, Pedicab Driver, and The Legend of the Owl. As a curious fact, this legend played a crucial role in introducing Asian martial arts to a wider Western audience thanks to his work on American television with the series Martial Law, becoming one of the first Asian martial artists to achieve this. At that time, it was unusual to see an Asian actor as the lead in a primetime police drama in the United States, which makes his accomplishment even more remarkable. Number 4. Wesley Snipes. He was born on July 31, 1962, in Orlando, Florida. He began training at the age of 12 and currently holds a 5th Dan black belt in Shotokan Karate and a 2nd Dan black belt in Hapkido. He also has a strong background in disciplines such as capoeira, Shaolin Kung Fu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and kickboxing. His fighting style is characterized by explosiveness, control of combat rhythm, and distance. He also possesses pinpoint accuracy in his strikes and remarkable tactical intelligence in a fight. Snipes has an exceptional ability to combine powerful kicks with short, precise punches, and his experience in staged combat makes him a lethal master of martial arts. Among his most successful films are Blade, Demolition Man alongside Sylvester Stallone, and Money Train, where he showcased both his martial arts mastery and his charisma as an action hero. As a curious fact, Wesley Snipes founded his own film and television production company called Amun-Ra Films, which has produced several projects including Blade and Blade 2. Number 5. Cynthia Rothrock. She was born on March 8, 1957 in Wilmington, Delaware, United States. Cynthia Rothrock is one of the most outstanding women in the world of martial arts. She holds black belts in multiple styles, including Tang Soo Do, Taekwondo, Eagle Claw Kung Fu, and Wushu. Additionally, she holds an 8th degree Dan Grandmaster rank in Tang Soo Do. Cynthia is renowned for her technical precision, agility, and speed, as well as her mastery of traditional Chinese weapons. Before venturing into acting, she was a high-level martial arts competitor, making history as the first woman to appear on the cover of Karate Illustrated magazine in August 1981. Throughout her career, she has been featured on numerous specialized magazine covers and has been inducted into various martial arts halls of fame. Today, she shares her experience as an instructor, solidifying a unique and inspiring legacy in the martial arts world. Regarding her film career, she has appeared in titles such as China O'Brien, Lady Dragon, and Martial Law. As a curious fact, Cynthia Rothrock was a world karate champion in both forms and weapons from 1981 to 1985, remaining undefeated in these categories, which are not separated by gender, demonstrating her skill and consistency in competition.
Which won Cynthia Rothrock a well-deserved first place.
Number 6. Mark Dacascos. He was born on February 26, 1964, in Honolulu, Hawaii. He began training in martial arts at a very young age, specifically in the Woon Hop Kuen Do style, a discipline founded by his father, Al Dacascos. He also trained in Kung Fu, Capoeira, Karate, and Wushu. Between the ages of 7 and 18, he won several karate and Kung Fu championships, standing out in international competitions. His fighting style is extremely fluid and adaptable, allowing him to combine acrobatic moves with traditional techniques. He is known for his ability to seamlessly blend different combat styles. He masters a wide range of kicks, from traditional front and side kicks to complex spinning and flying kicks. Thanks to this extensive combination of martial arts, acrobatics, and discipline, he is recognized as a real martial artist and an expert actor in fight scenes. Mark has starred in films such as Only the Strong, Brotherhood of the Wolf, and delivered a spectacular performance in John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum, where he played Zero, one of the main antagonists. As a curious fact, since January 2005, Dacascos has been the host of the culinary show Iron Chef America on Food Network, portraying the character known as the Chairman. He has also appeared on other programs like Dancing with the Stars and directed his first film, Showdown in Manila, demonstrating his versatility in entertainment. If you're enjoying this video, let us know in the comments which other real-life martial arts actors you'd like to see in a future video. While you're there, don't forget to subscribe to support our channel and stay tuned for more action. Let's keep going. Number 7. Loren Avedon. He was born on July 30th, 1962, in Los Angeles, California. He began training in martial arts at a very young age and enrolled in the Junchong Taekwondo Karate School after graduating from high school. Avedon holds a 9th degree black belt in Taekwondo and a 9th degree black belt in Hapkido, reflecting his extensive experience and dedication to these disciplines. His broad training across multiple disciplines allowed him to master an arsenal of offensive and defensive techniques, from powerful kicks to locks, blocks, and takedowns used in hand-to-hand combat. Beyond cinema, he has maintained a strong presence in martial arts exhibitions and events, reinforcing his prestige and respect within the martial arts community. Among his most memorable films are No Retreat, No Surrender 2, The King of the Kickboxers, and Tiger Claws 3. His solid martial arts foundation was key to establishing his career as an action film lead in the 1980s and 1990s, a time when he stood out by performing most of his own fight scenes. This brought a level of authenticity and realism that made him a benchmark within the genre. As a curious fact, Loren Avedon has worked as a stunt double in TV series such as Chuck, Bones, Alias, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He was also a fight choreographer for Tiger Claws 3. Number 8. Phillip Rhee. He was born on September 7, 1960, in Seoul, South Korea, although he grew up in San Francisco, California. Phillip began his training at the age of 4 and specialized in Taekwondo and Hapkido. He currently holds a 6th degree black belt in Taekwondo, a 3rd degree black belt in Hapkido, and is also trained in Kendo, Wing Chun, and boxing. His fighting style blends the power of Taekwondo with the precision of traditional Korean martial arts, making him a technical, fast, and effective fighter. Phillip Rhee is remembered for films such as Silent Assassin, Underdog Kids, and for starring in and producing the Best of the Best saga, especially the first installment in 1989, which became a martial arts classic for its message of discipline, honor, and personal growth. As a curious fact, in addition to acting, Phillip Rhee is also a director and producer who has made significant contributions to martial arts cinema, using his platform to promote positive values through his productions. Number 9. Brandon Lee. He was born on February 1st, 1965, in Oakland, California. From an early age, Brandon was immersed in the world of martial arts. He learned Jeet Kune Do, the discipline created by his father, who began teaching him at the age of 3. After the tragic death of the greatest martial arts film legend in 1973, he continued his training with instructors close to Bruce Lee, such as Dan Inosanto and Richard Bustillo. In addition to Jeet Kune Do, he also trained in boxing, fencing, Muay Thai, and Taekwondo, seeking to integrate various techniques to forge his own versatile fighting style. Following in his father's legacy, his fighting style was characterized by agility, precision, and power, reflecting the adaptability philosophy his father preached. Regarding his film career, he debuted with Legacy of Rage and later starred in films such as Showdown in Little Tokyo alongside Dolph Lundgren and Rapid Fire, where he demonstrated his full potential as an action movie star. However, it was his leading role in The Crow that immortalized him, although tragically, he lost his life during filming due to a prop gun accident. As a curious fact, Brandon was a charismatic person with a great sense of humor and a deep love for reading and philosophy, which gave him a unique perspective on life. Despite his short career, he is remembered as an exceptional talent who combined his father's martial legacy with his own identity, with the potential to become one of the great legends of action cinema. As additional fact, Brandon Lee was passionate about 1970s rock music, especially Jim Morrison and his band, The Doors. Number 1. Iko Uwais. He was born on February 12, 1983, in Jakarta, Indonesia. He began his training at the age of 10 in Pencak Silat, a traditional Indonesian martial art known for its fast, fluid, lethal, and powerful movements, focusing on blocks, locks, sweeps, elbows, and weapon attacks. Mastery of this discipline, combined with rigorous physical training and constant practice, has made his fighting ability authentic and highly effective, earning him recognition as one of the best contemporary martial artists in cinema. His film career began with Marantau in 2009, which brought him fame, but it was his roles in The Raid and The Raid 2 that catapulted him to worldwide recognition, solidifying his status as one of the greatest martial artists in modern film. As a curious fact, before becoming an actor, Iko Uwais worked at a telecommunications company and was discovered by director Gareth Evans, who was filming a documentary about Pencak Silat at the gym where Uwais trained. The director was so impressed by his charisma and skills that he decided to write a role specifically for him in Merantau, 2009, marking the start of his cinematic career. Iko's impact on Hollywood has been significant, as he has brought international attention to Pencak Silat, the traditional martial art of his country. Many believe that only Van Damme or Scott Adkins can truly fight, but there are European actors who could truly destroy them in a real fight. From champions to performers who have mastered multiple disciplines across the continent, get ready to meet the European actors who don't just act in fight scenes, they live martial arts in real life. Number 1. Jason Statham. Born on July 26, 1967 in Shirebrook, England, Jason Statham was an elite athlete from a young age, serving as a member of the British national diving team and competing professionally. He began training in martial arts early on, studying disciplines such as karate, taekwondo, and Wing Chun. However, his preferred fighting style is kickboxing, and he also holds a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Statham has additionally trained in judo, Muay Thai, boxing, and Krav Maga, developing a hybrid and realistic fighting style that defines his action scenes. Jason Statham is known for performing most of his own stunts, standing out in films like Wrath of Man, The Expendables 2, and The Mechanic for his intense fight sequences and total commitment to realism. As a curious fact, during the filming of The Expendables 3, Statham narrowly escaped tragedy when the brakes of a 3-ton truck failed, sending it plunging 60 feet into the Black Sea. Thanks to his background as a competitive diver and the fact that the doors had been removed, he managed to swim out unharmed. Number 2. Gary Daniels. Born on May 9, 1963, in London, England, Gary Daniels began training in Mongolian Kung Fu as a child, a mixed style that combined karate, aikido, and judo. By age 13, he specialized in taekwondo, earning his black belt within 3 years and competing intensely. At the same time, he trained in kickboxing with a former military champion and eventually became a professional world champion. Later, he refined his technique in Muay Thai and other styles under renowned masters. His diverse and disciplined background became the foundation of both his fighting career and his success as an action star. In cinema, he's known for his realistic fighting style and his willingness to perform extreme scenes without doubles. His intensity is such that few choreographers can truly keep up with him. Facing him in an action sequence is like stepping into a storm of speed and power. That's evident in films like City Hunter, White Tiger, and Blood Moon. Which feature spectacular high-level fight choreography. If you haven't seen his movies yet, you really should. As a curious fact, during his kickboxing career, he earned the nickname Danger Man for his aggressive and powerful fighting style, one that often got him disqualified for hitting too hard or striking after his opponent was already down. Number 3. Scott Adkins. He was born on June 17, 1976 in Sutton Coldfield, England, and began his martial arts training at the age of 13, motivated after being sadly assaulted and inspired by Bruce Lee and Jean-Claude Van Damme. By the age of 19, he had earned a black belt in Taekwondo. Scott Adkins has trained in multiple disciplines, even becoming a kickboxing instructor. He masters at least 11 martial arts and has trained with some of the best in the world. He has also been awarded as one of the best action actors. If you see him fighting on screen, there's no trick. It's 100% real skill. In fact, Adkins has mentioned in interviews that he has suffered multiple injuries during filming, including sprains, muscle tears, and real hits, especially in scenes requiring intense physical contact. On several occasions, he continued filming despite being injured, driven by his commitment to the production and the realism of the action. You can clearly see this in the Undisputed Trilogy and in Ip Man 4, where he faced fighters like Marko Zaror, Michael Jai White, and Donnie Yen. His agility, speed, and precision have made him one of the most acclaimed actors in combat cinema. Do you think that with all Scott Adkins has achieved, he's managed to surpass his idol Jean-Claude Van Damme, or does he still have a way to go to match his legacy? Let me know your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our content. As a curious fact, in interviews and scene breakdowns, Adkins has revealed that he's been thrown through windows and tables, suffering real cuts and bruises from sugar glass and controlled yet dangerous falls. Number 4. Dolph Lundgren. He was born on November 3, 1957 in Stockholm, Sweden, and from a very young age began training in martial arts, starting with judo and later focusing on Kyokushinkai karate, considered one of the toughest and most demanding styles in full contact. He holds a 4th Dan black belt in this discipline, earned after passing strict tests and kumite fights against multiple opponents. In competition, he became both Swedish and European champion in this style, winning several international tournaments. Dolph also has experience in amateur boxing, even participating in an exhibition fight against MMA fighter Oleg Taktarov. In his film career, he is best known worldwide for his role as Ivan Drago in Rocky IV, but he also shined in movies such as The Punisher, Universal Soldier, and The Expendables saga. As a curious fact, Dolph has an estimated IQ of 160, classifying him as a genius. He graduated in chemical engineering from the Royal Institute of Technology in Stockholm and earned a master's degree from the University of Sydney.
Phosphate rock, it's got a density of 1.852, melting point 44.2 centigrade. Guys, I want some gunpowder fast.
Do it. Man's a chemical engineer, right?
And a Fulbright scholar.
Number 5. Olivier Gruner. He was born on August 2, 1960, in Paris, France. Olivier Gruner is a French actor, director, martial artist, and former member of the French Navy's Special Forces. He began training in martial arts at age 11, inspired by Bruce Lee, studying Shotokan karate, boxing, and kickboxing. At 18, he joined the French Navy's commando unit, where he perfected skills such as diving, parachuting, and climbing, while maintaining his martial arts training. This guy is truly impressive. After leaving military service, he fully dedicated himself to kickboxing and, in just 10 professional fights, earned the title of French middleweight champion. In 1985, he won the silver medal at the WAKO World Championship, solidifying his reputation in the sport. In 1987, he moved to Los Angeles to begin his action film career, starring in more than 40 movies and gaining recognition for performing his own fight scenes with a brutal and realistic style in films such as Angel Town, Savete, and Nemesis. For Nemesis, he achieved an incredible 4% body fat. This level of conditioning is almost humanly unsustainable, as such extreme physical transformations can cause severe fatigue, cardiovascular risks, dehydration, and many other health issues. Without a doubt, his dedication and commitment to the role were total and remarkable. As a curious fact, in addition to his martial arts and acting career, Olivier Gruner is a licensed helicopter pilot and has served as a volunteer firefighter since 2015, proving that his courage and discipline go far beyond the ring and the screen. Number 6. Michel Chisi. He was born on September 12, 1962, in Ouda, Morocco, but moved to Brussels, Belgium, at the age of 2, where he grew up and developed his entire martial arts and acting career. He began boxing at age 7 and had an outstanding amateur career, even becoming a champion. He also studied disciplines such as Shotokan karate, Muay Thai, and kickboxing, forging a brutal yet technical fighting style that took him to the top of European and global martial arts cinema. His friendship and collaboration with Jean-Claude Van Damme, whom he trained and worked with since their teenage years in Belgium, were key to his breakthrough in Hollywood. He played Swan Paredes in Bloodsport and, a year later, achieved worldwide fame as Tong Po in Kickboxer, a role that would define his career and one he would later reprise in the sequel. As a curious fact, despite his film career, Chisi has remained connected to kickboxing, teaching seminars to spread the discipline and showing his lifelong commitment to martial arts beyond the screen. Number 7. Matthias Uwais. He was born on February 14, 1959 in Waltrip, Germany. Matthias is an actor, martial artist, and filmmaker known for his imposing physique, standing nearly 2 meters tall. What's most surprising is that despite his size, he possesses incredible speed, making it quite challenging to choreograph action scenes with this real-life combat machine. Matthias began training in martial arts, driven by his athletic ability and passion for combat. He practiced taekwondo and primarily kickboxing, while also training in complementary disciplines to enhance his agility and strength. He's best known for portraying memorable villains in 1980s and 1990s action films such as No Retreat, No Surrender 2, alongside legends like Loren Avedon and Cynthia Rothrock and I Come in Peace, also known as Dark Angel, where he starred with Dolph Lundgren, showcasing a lethal combination of martial arts technique and physical presence. Another of his standout films was Only the Strong, in which he shined alongside Mark Dacascos. A curious fact, he grew up on a ranch without television, which fueled his love for sports and discipline from an early age. That upbringing built an exceptional work ethic and resilience. Thanks to his dedication, he won several bodybuilding competitions in his early years and also became a champion in multiple martial arts disciplines. Number 8. Jean-Claude Van Damme. He was born on October 18, 1960 in Brussels, Belgium. He began his martial arts journey at the age of 10, specializing in Shotokan Karate-Do, where he earned a second Dan black belt. By the age of 15, he was already competing in semi-contact and full-contact karate and kickboxing, achieving an impressive record of 44 wins and 4 losses in karate, and 18 wins, all by knockout, and 1 loss in full-contact kickboxing between 1977 and 1982. He became the European karate champion in 1979 and stood out in memorable fights in Belgium, including a technical knockout victory in 1980 against Patrick Tugels, one of the most celebrated matches of his competitive career. His fighting style combines karate techniques with Western boxing, highlighted by his fast and powerful roundhouse kicks, which became iconic in films such as Lionheart, Kickboxer, and Universal Soldier. In these movies, he not only showcased his combat skills, but also proved to be a master of high-level action choreography. As a curious fact, before becoming a movie star, he worked as a bodyguard for Chuck Norris and trained with him for several months, an experience that helped him refine his martial arts skills even further. Number 9. Daniel Bernhardt. He was born on August 31, 1965 in Ittingen, Switzerland, and began training in martial arts at the age of 15, initially with a mixed style he describes as something built from kung fu and kickboxing. Later, he earned black belts in both taekwondo and Kyokushin karate. He also studied boxing, judo, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu, giving him a very complete and versatile martial arts background. Before pursuing a career in film, Bernhardt worked for an architecture firm and became a top model in Paris and New York. His entry into martial arts cinema came when he starred in Bloodsport 2, where he replaced Jean-Claude Van Damme, and went on to appear in several sequels of the franchise. He also delivered standout performances in John Wick and Nobody, absolute action-packed hits. As a curious fact, Daniel Bernhardt was discovered for action films after starring in a Versace commercial alongside Jean-Claude Van Damme, where they performed a real fight scene. That experience opened the door for him to replace Van Damme in Bloodsport 2. Number 10. Darren Shalavi. He was born on August 5, 1972, in Stockport, England. Darren Shalavi was a British actor, martial artist, and stunt performer known for his versatility and martial arts skill, as well as for his roles in action and martial arts films in both Hong Kong and Hollywood. If he looks familiar, it's probably because you remember him as the villain in Ip Man 2, where he faces off against Donnie Yen. began martial arts training at age 7, practicing judo in a Manchester theater, where he also developed his passion for acting by watching stage rehearsals. At 14, he started training in Shotokan karate, and later expanded his background with boxing, kickboxing, and Muay Thai under Master Toddy in Manchester. At 17, he attended a Hong Kong-style fight choreography seminar taught by Donnie Yen, which gave him the confidence to move to Hong Kong in the 1990s and start his career as a stunt performer and actor. He was hired by legendary director Yuen Wu-ping to play the main villain in the kung fu classic Tai Chi Boxer. He also delivered spectacular performances in Blood Moon and Kickboxer, Vengeance. Darren Shalavi was incredibly talented, and in his later works, he showcased outstanding ability in intense fight and action sequences. Sadly, he passed away on January 14, 2015, in Los Angeles at the age of 42 due to a heart attack. His death was a great loss to the action film community, which remembers him for his passion, talent, and dedication to martial arts and stunt cinema. As a curious fact, Darren Shalavi was one of the first Western actors to fully integrate into the Hong Kong martial arts film industry, not only acting, but also learning and mastering fight choreography techniques under legends like Donnie Yen. He successfully blended Eastern and Western fighting styles to create unique and authentic on-screen battles.